What's up, everybody? Let's talk about obstacles for a minute. So I want to take you back to when you were a kid, or actually if you're a parent, I want you to think about when your kids were small, or if you have kids that are small right now, I want you to think about this. You ever put something out of reach of a kid and then they want it so bad, they drag furniture over, they stack boxes up, they do whatever they've got to do to get to that thing that you've placed off limits. When my son Austin was little, I'm not kidding you, he would stack stuff up to the point that it was like a mountain to climb up to the top to get something out of a cabinet, or to to basically get wherever he was trying to go. The kid had a unbelievable lack of seeing something as unattainable, and he still does. He's got a pretty good work ethic, and I'm proud of that. But I think that in this world today, we have gotten to the point where everything's about being a victim, and so therefore somebody else should fix our obstacle for us to make it easier for us to achieve our goal. I'm going to do a little analogy for you. Imagine you wanted to climb Mount Everest, and you complained that Mount Everest was too tall. So you got the government to go out with a bunch of cranes and bulldozers and dump trucks and cut the top of the mountain off. Sounds stupid, doesn't it? It sounds ignorant, because then if you climbed Mount Everest, did you really climb Mount Everest? Did you really accomplish anything? But that's pretty much what we do as a society right now. Is if something's too hard, or if something's not fair, guess what? Nothing's fair. It's nothing ever going to be fair. It is what it is. So you can hope for a better future, or you can make one. It really is that simple. You can woe is me and poor me. I grew up in a trailer. I had this problem. I had that problem. Or you can stack stuff up and get around it. So I tend to think of the word as obstacles as having the word stack right in the middle. I don't see the obstacle. I look around for the things that I need to stack up to get over it, around it, through it, whatever it is you got to do. So I coined this phrase a long time ago, and I'm not sure that I've ever heard anybody else use it, but I inadvertently typed it one time, and it's stuck with me since then. And that word is momentum. It's kind of a play on words for the word momentum. And that really is what life boils down to, guys. You either have momentum or you have no momentum. I hate the word motivation, because it's a word where we let ourselves off the hook for doing something if we're not motivated. If we don't feel like, I don't feel like walking this morning, I don't feel like doing that, I'm just not motivated. So pass motivation, surpass excuses, and use the word dedicated, use the word obsessed, use the word committed, whatever words you need to insert there. Get rid of the word motivation for the most part. You know, I was trying to name this playlist, and I really didn't know what to name it. So you guys comment in the comment section below and tell me what you think. But I hate to use the word motivation. Do you think I want to get up every morning and go walk 45 minutes? Do you think I want to do it twice a day? Do you think I want to, do any of the things a lot of times that I have to do when other people are relaxing? Not really, not always. But you got to do the things you hate to get better at them. I hate the phrase practice makes perfect, because that's BS too. Perfect practice makes perfect. Practice something wrong makes you really proficient at doing something wrong. So look, get some momentum, okay? If you catch a fish on a certain lure or presentation, you can keep doing that and you can build up some momentum. But if you want to get better at fishing the things you're not good at, guess what? Do that. I see this comment a lot. Man, I'm not good at crankbait fishing. Then don't fish anything but crankbaits until you are. I never catch a fish on a Senko, which, by the way, I don't understand. But if you never catch a fish on a Senko, you need to put everything but a Senko away and get good at it. Or if you go a month and a half and say, golly, I've taken Chad's advice and I put everything away and I'm not using it, do a little bit more research and you might find out that that lure is not what you should be using at that time. But do the research first, obviously. But here's the thing. If there are people that are successful doing something a certain way, you can be too. There is no excuse. You can go back and watch my excuses video. The only excuse is one you use. You can't say excuse without that big U right in the middle of it. And so get some momentum. Get rid of no momentum, because you're either moving forward or you're not. You know, and I don't always believe in the saying, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. That's a little bit too philosophical for me. You could be maintaining, but is maintaining what you want to do? Is mediocre what you want to be? If so, then good for you, because I have no idea how to accept that in my brain. That's not how my world works. Hopefully it's not how your world works, you know, and there may be some way, some form, some shape of peace that you can get through that, through being content. You know, I struggle with that. I wish I could be content. I can't be. And so if you're listening to this because you want to get better, do the things you suck at. That's the only way to get better at them. If I don't do what I suck at today, I can't expect tomorrow to be better at whatever I suck at. You can only get better at it by getting out there and freaking doing it. There's a thing in the sports world called weak side training. You basically train the weak side. What that does is that forces you to embrace that weak side, and it makes the strong side stronger. Weak side training. Get out and cast with the wrong hand. Get out and pitch and flip and do things you don't normally do. You know, I literally think it's crazy how people only practice when they're on the water, in their boat, on the water, in their kayak, or when they're actually at the water, actually fishing. That's crazy. Again, that'd be like a football team running out on the field, and the first time they've ever heard the play is when they go into the huddle. So embrace proficiency. Embrace, you know, perfectionism can be toxic. It really can. But embrace getting better at everything. Build up some momentum, or you're going to suffer from no momentum. Put a string of things together. Try the things that are hard. Get rid of the word motivation, to be honest with you, from your vocabulary, because motivation is fleeting. Dedication, obsession, commitment don't go anywhere, and you still do whatever it is you planned on doing, or whatever it is you're holding yourself accountable for doing, even if you don't feel like it. It really is that simple. So if you want to get past the obstacles in life, think of the word stack that's right in the middle of the word obstacles, and don't see that hurdle. See how to get over it. If you can't jump high enough, put a box in front of it. If you can't jump high enough and you don't have a box, get a chainsaw and cut through that sun gun. Seriously, you can only go over it, around it, or through it. That's how you should think of every obstacle in life. And don't see the obstacle, see the way around.